Hey guys, it's Nonny117 here. So I'm going to be showing you 10 settlements in my Fallout 4 Institute playthrough. This is my Evil Institute. This is not one of them, I'm just at the Mechanist there because I hate to too much on DLC. I'll show you what I have done so far. In this one I have built 2 robot workbenches. I think in the Mechanist, if we are ever in need of reinforcements, we can call them robots. Won't use Robo Brains to make the same mistake. I've got a couple of robots here, even with Ada, which I cannot see anywhere. I think she's at the castle at the moment. You got a chair and table. This is for Mechanist herself. You can have a trash can, a bed, a drawer, some candles, speakers around, and we come up here. We can't edit this part, so it's here exactly the same. Spark is there, which means he's in bed. But then up here, so what I've also done up here is that I have created a workbench area. So you got weapons, chemistry, cooking, armor, music, cooking, power armor, total power armor, so one might not see. I don't think I said that right. Ooh, wow, now I'm overweight. Okay, let's go to my first one, which is Sanctuary. Now, obviously, you know this as the town where you leave Hastingarvey to. It's the first settlement that you find. Because you lived there pre-war. So Sanctuary, I've done quite a lot. I've made it in a residential base, but I've also made it sort of like Dun City. It hasn't got a school and stuff. Unfortunately, you can't build a school and design people to teach kids. You can't even get kids in your settlement, to be honest, unless you have a mod, which is annoying, but still. So my settlement's going to include Sanctuary, Red Rocket, Starbuck Drive-In, Sunshine Ties the Co-op, the Castle, also known as Fort Independence, Vault 88, North Hayden Beach, Warwick Homestead, Auburn Station, 10 Punch Bluff, in that order.
Easy living, listen.
So first of all, let's just start with the gate. This is my Evil Institute playthrough. So I have got Institute power armor, which is pretty cool. I've got XO1 Mark 6 with jetpack and stim packs. And I used to have stim packs, don't anymore. So far as you come over the bridge, obviously, you have got 4 turrets, some other way guard gates. You got shacks, which if I go into the menu, you see beds, 124. These buildings are riddled and filled with beds. Okay, maybe that one isn't. I'm trying to make it comfortable. As you come in, we have a nice sitting area in this house alone. Done by mattresses, beds, more beds. There's 124 beds, so there's more than Diamond City can handle. You've also noticed lampposts, because when it gets dark, it can be hard to see, I think. I've also got scavenger station, so it gets me more supplies. And Burma for trader caravans. And the only one I have left is Arthur, who sells armor. The rest of them have died, so the 2 at Pitch Farm has died. Pushkan Carla, which is over here, has died. Because I accidentally nuked her, and it wouldn't let me go back. So, you notice we have those shops, my Diamond City, huge bartering. Loads of people requires for it. But it does get you a lot of caps. Every time I come here after I stay for 2 days, it gives me an extra 1,000 caps. More houses filled with beds. Generators for the lights. More houses, water supply over there. And then as we come over here, this is the Brahmin bit. So I'm thinking close that. Come in as Brahmin. Brahmin feeds. So it doesn't suggest to be feeding on anything. But yeah, this and then this is for also traders. So like armor, for example. This is the free motel where beds and workshops are. So downstairs we have chemistry, power armor, in case they find a power armor set.
I can patch you up if you need it.
They have armor,
Small.
nuclear weapons, cooking, chemistry, another chemistry. Come up, there's beds, also settlers and mercenaries. More beds. And then even more beds, but this one has a balcony. Which then leads out. Boom. Haven't really done anything else to them, to be honest. I built some more turrets down here. It's gonna get quite laggy for the moment. I'll explain in a minute. At the moment we have turrets here. This land. This is where the supermuses will storm across the river. And then I wouldn't have any other choice but to try and defend. This is why it was laggy, ladies and gentlemen. This is my finished red rocket. There will be no more upgrading. We shall start on the ground floor. This is why Central also has such slow defense, because no one gets past here, to be honest. As we come in, first thing we notice is patch Brahmin for provisioners.
Crops coming in pretty
House
good.
cat, but also massive walls, generators and turrets everywhere. Because it's one of the most secure, not the most. There is one place more, which we'll see later, but it's one of the most. And then you have a chair.
If you ain't been up to see Grey
But here we have a dog room.
the whole place is run by
So we
robots.
have dog bowls. I can't seem to get straight. There you go. With dog meat, and I have a dog which I bought from Giles. I have pack cigarettes for anyone who needs to smoke, and then a cigarette machine, so it's accurate. In the next room we have nothing, literally just a workshop, but you can see how much stuff there is. Let's just wait till we get to the bottom of this. Oh yeah. Can I just point out that I have many of these, look, 500, whatever 500 times 18 is, which is 9 grand, that's how many bottle caps I spent. As you can see, there is a lot of junk I've collected, because I don't throw anything away and I don't leave anything behind. See, it's just junk, almost half us separated. We have gates here, there, and then the gate we came in there. So, first of all, let's explain. So, here we have a little power arm area for unfinished suits. Don't have many at the moment, they're all
I
full
used to
of
be
settlers,
scared
because I
of
walked into the fast travelled.
Lesson this time.
As we go up, we see this. This is all full of legendary weapons: Virgil's rifle, Fusion Miles, Righteous Authority, the gun you get after completing your first quest with Paladin Lance. All these are legendaries, even these ones. Ashmaker, Enrager Missile Launcher, Troubleshooting Missile Launcher, which I believe either that one or that one you get from Kilo. And then here you have a Junkie's Gatling Laser. But so if they're going to get fine, it's going to get... Okay, nice. Here we have toilets. This is the men. Messier than the ladies. As you might be able to tell, so I built the men's and I ran out of ceramic. So I only built one toilet for ladies and the rest of them were built after I got in the institute, so much cleaner. We have food area where they plant. There are people working on these, they're just not available, so I picked them earlier. Over here you have a meat bag full of meat, just meat. You have all sorts of liquids except for Nuka-Colas and purified water. You should see why. And here you have food. You obviously have. I have way more carrots. I'll show you that later as well. But here you do have quite a lot of food. You even have perfectly preserved pie. There it is, 2 pieces from the Nuka World DLC. Then you have the meeting point. This is where I've had many conversations where I just waited. And then Hancock or McCready ever wanted to talk to me. So they've liked me so much. Stores, one of each. They do have equipped attire. Not just they're decorated nicely. But it is that they are genuinely dressed up like it. There's a lady in a red dress who covers the clothing. Man tuxedo covers the bar. Man in Baltic. Actually, I think it'd be better just to show you. Because I do like it. Yeah, well, that'd be ironic. Coming out of into power armor and a Minuteman outfit. Let's wait 2 hours just to be safe. Here we go. 2-man tuxedo with benches around for a restauranty look. Chemistry station. I think it's meant to be, yeah, a piece of Hancock. Here you have a man in a Vault-Tec lab coat. Here you have a man in a Minutemen's uniform. These aren't legendaries, none of them are. But they're just weapons to be used. And here you're a man
I remember the last time I had clean
in
fingernails.
random junk. So you've got Elder Max and a coat, but BOS. And I think you have a Gunners or a Brotherhood seal, I can't remember, combat helmet. Then you have this man. Then you have this man in BOS combat armor. And then you have this woman
Ain't looking for
in a red
trouble,
dress,
I hope.
showing off clothes. Obviously here you have loads of clothes. You have baseball cap and baseball uniform. You have tuxedos. You also have Brotherhood Seal and Army. Then you have normal stuff. So you have Vault-Tec and
Need
lab
to get
coats.
back to Diamond City one of these days.
Then you also have a
Biggest town I ever
DC.
saw.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get any because it died during a fight between some triggermen. It tried attacking the triggermen for me.
My back hurts.
Anyway, let's go to the next level. So this is only floor 2 of 3. Not 2 of 3. This is only 2. This is the 3rd floor now. There's a lot more floors than this. Like a lot. Here you have a workbench area. So you have power armor, chemistry, cooking. Weapons, Nuka-Cola. So this is the workbench area. It's where I use many of the mods from Power Armor up until recently. Here you have an entertainment level, so you have weight benches to increase strength. Voldeck 88 machines that lose revenue. See what I've done, I just left my Power Armor downstairs. And there you go, it gives you a luck boost. It also has capture TV with pommel horses and a basketball hoop. Audio effect. Now you can obviously hear that music, that is classical music coming from this room. From one of these, there's loads of them. This is the bedroom, equipped with the best beds, foot lockers, tables, radios, lamps, Minutemen flags. There's meant to be a bathroom here, but I thought with the one downstairs they probably still don't use that one, they're probably wasting my supplies really. I was going to get around to building it, but this is going to be my final video. Here you have Power Armor room with complete sets. So you have 251 with Minutemen, but then it wouldn't let me paint Minutemen on these, so I just put flames, which was quite cool. T51 armor, then BOS. All these are complete BOS sets. I have 20 BOS sets. Also this one over here, which isn't a full set, but has Tessa's Fist, which quadruples durability. I don't care what anyone says, that is overpowered if you're using a gun. It takes down your melee damage quite a bit, but it is amazing. I would use it on mine, but I'm using just XO1, not Raider. So I ain't going to use it. Go on to the next floor. This next floor will be the second to last floor. This is the last inside floor. As you'll notice, there is a missile turret there. In case you're coming up the steps and you're an enemy, before you can get your hands on the power armor. First thing we have is over here. This is where I keep all my magazines. Magazine racks, including US covert options. An episode on Unstoppables, because I can't figure out for the life of me where they are. It'd be great if you could see it. Because I can't see it either. You have chairs to read on, stacks to put your instant mash or whatever you're using on, pools and pool cues to make it seem like a pool game. You have this, which is full of nickel coded, which I'll explain in a minute. Misc items, mods, clothes but not armor, power armor, clothes that are armor, and weapons. Also here you have 2 generators, some missile turrets, some energy turrets, some mattresses, and that's it. That's because in the event of a hostile takeover, people can grab their weapons from here, armor from here, clothes from here, and then you can survive with drinks here. I mean, look, 283 Nuka-Colas, 81 Nuka-Quantums. I'm sorry, that is a hell of a lot. Which, if someone's going to come down, yeah, what you're going to do is that you're going to get a robot, possibly an Assaultron. So I'm going to move this quick to destroy that diffuser generator over there, which will then close all these doors, except for this door here, which is my room, which I just turn that off if I don't want anyone getting to it. And by shooting it from the inside, it'll cut off the power, and I'll be locked in my room. Here we have a bathroom. We have a wood doormat, fast travel target, bed. We also have footlocker containing my items, radio, candles, light box. Here we have a safe with pre-war money. That is a hell of a lot of pre-war money, by the way, because I have played about 500 hours of this game on this one playthrough alone. I have a weapons workbench, a box containing laser muskets and 10mm pistols, which I shall explain to you later. Speaker, bobblehead stand, not completed, I only need 6 more. But I'm not doing that bad. That's canister, a moon canister, you got a short laser musket. It's pretty cool. And then here you got a toolbox full of random sized tools for my power armor that meant to go here. It looks like I'm working on it with the tools lying around. Of course I have had to steal some stuff. I was low on these supplies, and I didn't have my water purifying system built up yet. But if you come around here, you can go down here. We'll go upstairs in a second. And here is where the missile turret is. But if we head upstairs, this is the final floor. Fence around so you don't run off. You have seats, a table for this magnificent view. Because you are so high, you can see virtually anywhere on the map. Watch. Up there, see those? Okay. What happens if we go down there on the map? So there's my arrow pointing this way. It's there, on the other side of the map. You can see it from up here. You can see them here, but if you zoom in, you can actually really see them. That's how high this is. This is probably higher than anyone else has ever done it for Red Rock Settlement. Here we have benches, tables, chairs, patios, even a stool which you could jump on and then jump off. But it's not a Minutemen base. I like to think of it. I like to think of it more as Soul Survivor's personal home. Now, excuse me for a sec while I go down and get my power armor. Failed. Help defend Vault with T8. Never got that button. Oh well. And that's it for Centro. Although, to be honest, what I do like to do, so that's just this. Didn't work. Oh well. Anyway, let's go to our next settlement, which will be Starlight Drive-In, which can be located. Just missed it. There you go. 36. That is not true. That's because Minutemen are currently staged there. After this, it will be Sunshine, Tidings, and Co-op. Right, so here we are. So the first thing you will notice is the militaries.
Hi,
Yes.
how are you?
I have set up guards. My theme on the Evil Institute is I turned good heart to the Minutemen this one, which I wanted to bring back civilization. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. I want to bring back civilization, okay? That's what I wanted to do. So I built this is a restaurant. Here you have a bar. You have turrets. You have cooker with some Brahmin meat on it. And then you also have a power generator with turrets guarding it. And then up here you have food, and there you have water. So, cigarette machine for anyone who wants to smoke. Have to bring those cigarettes. There you have clinic.
Yes?
Then the rest of these have bars, sort of chairs, even more chairs. You also got pool tables, no balls or pool cues though on this one. Got Brahmin inside, which I can't get rid of, then my sisters go hostile on me. You have radius around it for a nice atmosphere. You leave outside, which comes to a benching area. I think it's nice. If you want to come out here for a picnic like you did before the war, I think this is a brilliant idea. You have little separate sections, you can't see through behind you. Back here you have your own room, setting up little meetings and stuff. Little storages that don't require keys, just for public use. So you don't steal and be shot. Come out here, you come out to living areas. These are all small metal shacks with doors, each holding a bed, maybe two. Some of them have got only one bed though. You've got one floating one here, which is kind of weird honestly. With nothing in it. Right. In that case then, we are going to scrap this. Oh, that works, of course. Come over here, you have a scaffolding tower. Which then you can get quite high and do some sniping, so... I see a radar on that rail track. See? Obviously that wasn't a radar there. Here you got beds up here for people who like to camp. I was thinking if you're going out for a picnic, why not camp as well? You have a barn there, no reason why, just cause. Now you come over here, you see at this bit, so you have beds for even more settlers. beds for more sisters, there's some sleeping bags, and then just a stairwell leading upstairs. This is a settlement that is built just to be for bringing back civilization the way it used to be before the war. It's a pub basically, it sells alcohol and drugs. You can buy jet, that's why the clinic is there. So let's go to our next settlement, which is Sunshine Tidings and Co-op. So here, when you come here, it's infested by ghouls, which it doesn't work for me. But what I do is that this building here already has a ghoul in it. So what I do is I pick them up just like this and put all their ghouls in there. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, this settlement has water and food, sort of a water plant. These houses are filled with beds. So this is what I used to do. I used to get these fell ghouls. I used to just pick them up, drag them around here. I remember one time it took me 6 minutes just to get across from one side to the other. But I drag it across and just drop it in there. So that way, if we were attacked by raiders, they open that, they'd be like, oh shit, run. Get back on my Exo Arm armor.
Now that looks good on you.
So let's continue. Here we have shacks filled with mattresses for beds. There's a water, this is a small water plant. Water base, which I use for buying new materials, obviously. Then you have loads of food. So this is obviously designed to bring back the way it was before the war. So I got these homes, restored them. But apart from the turrets here, I didn't bring any shops into this area, as you can see now, because there are no bottle caps. But what I've done is over here, I made this area into a place with desks, file cabinets, steamer trunks, and also cabinets as a work area, which is why this area goes on to it. I obviously have bases more engineered than this, which I will not be showing. For example, my Merc Water construction site is 7 floors and it's massive, but I don't think it deserves to be there. I will have my reasons for making this on there, for making these videos on there. Next video we're going to do is the castle, which is also known as Fort Independence. Can be found here. I have 21 settlers at the moment. Now the castle, you come here to find the castle, to take it back with Preston Garvey and 3 other Minutemen. Plus your companion, if you travel with a companion. If not, you're travelling alone, just you, with 3 other Minutemen and Preston Garvey. Unless Preston Garvey is your Minutemen. Right, now, so first we notice super reactor and reactor. Next thing you will notice is, oh my god, what a lot of turrets! That's because this base fell to Milox, as far as we can tell, or super mutants by the terminal you find downstairs. The Murdoch comes out of that lake there. So I have got its security up by a hell of a lot. This is the most secure place in the Commonwealth. In the Commonwealth. Oh yeah. So, apart from this, I've also made this more, ooh, glitchy. Yeah, I've also made this place more to home feel. So if we head down here, this is where the armory is, where you can find the quest Old Guns. We've got open shine, we've got lights. You got wooden boxes full of artillery smoke grenades and flares, because they regenerate in box, okay? What I do is I pick them up and I store them. Instead of having 10, why not have 541? I mean, it does kind of make sense. I think it makes perfect sense, to be honest. So that's my first pick, I'm mad for doing it, so... We got beds here for running shore. We got trash bin, on my workbench, weapons workbench.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Don't care. Yeah, then you got artillery, extra defense turrets. We have statues to place to place, along with lights all over the wall. Campfires. We come in, let's check out the first room. It's the bathroom, the dispenser, drinking fountain, toilets, sinks, shelves, even a first aid kit with nothing in it, so I lose it, but, you know. We have then clothing, so I can pick up some Minutemen outfits, you'll see why later. You have a bed area, including one shore, even though it's under the bed.
I'd like to trade some items.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. More beds, more beds, more beds. They just take up quite a lot of room in these beds. Here you got a surgery chair, which I use for obviously surgery on my customers. Increase happiness, weight benches, Voltec slot machines, another clothing stand. More weight benches for more forces for agility. Now this is obviously the Minutemen base. Now I thought more about the Minutemen and I went, they're not going to last on without resources. Which is why we're now going to go to my next map, Vault 88. This can be found in Vault 88 DLC. And I must admit, it is, I think, my best settlement. Even better than my Red Rocket. And that's my personal player's home, and I spent a lot of work on that. I probably spent 6 hours on that one settlement alone. This one, I probably spend around 10. So as we come in, we see lights. There's nothing here but a weird eerie glow. Door is shut, in case we get under attack. Now we're going to come into this room. This is a resource room. So the first thing we notice are boxes. We've got militia hat, Minutemen outfits. So we can buy them off the traders. I buy them. People just use them. I don't mind. I've got water. Stim packs. By the way, we've got repair kits for the people at the Mechanist Slayer. The Mechanist Slayer was not meant to be in it, but I did it. But I was there, so I thought I might as well add it in. 10mm pistol with rounds. Then you have all these drugs. To be honest, you have Excel Stealth. Stealth Boys aren't a drug. I don't consider them to be a drug, but I don't use them, so I went, they can use them. Then you got food, which you have 2,300 corn. I mean, that's gonna last quite a while, to be honest. What I'm really missing though is my potatoes, which I had 7,000 of, but oh well. Unless I have them with me now. Nope, I have 15 potatoes and a tarberry. That's it. That's so weird. Oh no, wait, there it is. 1,565. Lost some. Then you have fusion cells and laser muskets. This laser musket with the options 1, 4, 2, 1, which makes it standard, but yet less recoil because you've got the full stock and it's in the long barrel. which I do quite like. And then here you have purified water, obviously 54,000. Oh yeah, 54,000. Though, because you can admit it takes a lot of assessments. I'll be showing them off later. As we continue though, let's head this way. Here you have a huge area where I get all my food from. Here. It says we're low on power, but we're not. We actually just haven't reached some areas. I think it's because one of my generators got damaged in an attack. Oh no, my water's 0. See what, that's wrong, I'll just sort that in a minute. First of all though, I'm going to be showing you down here towards the north sector. I don't know why it's north, it's actually south, it's the northeast sector. Here you have shops, huts, beds, generators, producing quite a lot of smoke. Yes, especially for the beds, stairs, all the tans and stuff. Now I think I'm going to go and show you my water.
Yes.
It's over there, not when we're here. Alright, they're not going. They must have spawned into the wood. Anyway, we head down the railway lines. And then here we have definitely lost it. Yes. Oh no. Obviously some of these are broken. Right now I'm just thinking why? Why did I not see that? Gone right up, but there is a lot more than that. It can actually get up to 900 water. Here we have more food that Teslas cannot feed on because they simply aren't enough. And here we have turrets, gardener, with a Voltaic super reactor here, for absolutely no reason whatsoever. All these turrets moving in unison is weird. Quite weird. Let's go to our next settlement, which is Northaden Beach, which can be found up here. We have 13 Teslas at the moment, which is not bad because I only just built it. So here, this is a water purifying plant.
Got work to do.
Turrets all around, because super music can spawn anywhere apparently. We have all sorts of wood inside the ground for some reason. It won't let me go into workshop mode. Oh, I see, that's out. Okay. Here you have food. You have settlers. There's the kid who's already here.
We ain't got any handouts, if that's what you want.
Here you got walls covered with, to be honest, sleeping bags.
Don't care much.
Posts to watch over. Unfortunately, with this settlement being on an island, you can't cover the whole island and then stop at the bridge, because I think you place turrets here, and here, and maybe a stand here, and then just rain hell. You know, with like 6 missile turrets on the road. Walls and turrets to protect the water purifiers underneath, otherwise they could just go but constantly. This is the water purifying plant. Next we go to Warwick Homestead. And the next place, instead of doing Auburn Station, because that's the place where I keep my companions, there's nothing really there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to Outpost Zephanoia. So you heard me correctly, Outpost Zephanoia. As you come here, it's heavily defended, heavy laser turrets, machine gun turrets, because I used to have caravans and the raiders up on that ship would attack me. Or if I try doing this, will they try to intercept me? No, they will not this time. Wow. Yo, this light headlight really does work. Over here, you got the workshop. Judging by the amount of water, you probably have guessed it. Yes, I am afraid it is a water purifying plant. We have beds, just like always. Randomized junk. Either crevices for people taking jet. Or Psycho or whatever. Remember Kate used Psycho. But what you got is these. A lot of these. The thing is that Warwick Homestead didn't have a place in the water, you could only build upon land. Which is stupid because they live right next to the water, so once you have lockers there, which I haven't thrown away. Put everything from them though. Tool chest. I really have been everywhere. I've unlocked every single location in the map. Got a little indoor room, which I think I did edit a bit. But then I died. For some reason I think Raiders attacked someone in the middle of Batman. Obviously you can have tears over there. But you come here with the Institute quest to create one of these, this gourd. It is massive. Just a mud fruit. Or moot
I
fruit.
need to assign someone to this.
Yeah, I am really excited for the first round of recruitment beacon.
We've got a prize winner for sure.
But let's move on. Now, as I said, instead of Auburn Station, it'll be Outpost Zephanoia. Which is good, because the last one will be 10 Pines Bluff. That's right, 10 Pines Bluff will be my final settlement. So this is quite good. I can pass the checkpoint on the way and see who's under attack by what. Now see, I'm trying to bring back civilization, hence the civilian destination like Diamond City at Sanctuary. And you have the restaurant at Starlight Drive-In. Ooh, is he just frozen out again? Here for Outpost Zephanoia, you have a raider here, who every time it spawns here. That's about it. Oh no, I'm under attack by a vertibird. So well, that was some explosion. And that's what the checkpoint was set by. Jeez. Jeez, I can't even find the people. So yeah, also saying I'm trying to bring back civilization, that's what I'm doing with this. You see, I'll show the general layout. So here we have shacks. Shacks all around here for people. I can't get rid of that stupid level there. I don't know why, I just can't. But then over here we have food. And we have water. I'm not sure where now actually. I do have water apparently, but I don't know where. Anyway, so we go across 10 Pines Bluff, which is somewhere in that direction-ish. So... I'm starting to hate my jetpack a bit. What I'm going to do is pin this way, through the house. We're going to head this way. We're going to go across this box cut there. Then we shall, you don't have to have a jetpack for this, you can do it on foot by just going around the truck, like that, and yeah, like that. Come to this house, which is a random spawn location. It's quite a good one because it's near a checkpoint if you have finished. This one has robots in actually, nope, Bus Devils. Boom. Didn't get to fire my bullet. Right, headshot. Boom! Remember, I don't leave anything behind. Ever. It's also a place to put some brain fungus every time. Then you have a cooler, which is always filled with something. Then I think that's it actually. Teddy bear, handcuffs. Actually, I'm not overweight. No, I'm not fat anyway. Lol. Here is a place where you can find power armor. It's not here, it's on a further train car. It is here. With the cost, I've obviously collected this bit, that's the suit that Hancock's wearing now. Obviously his piece is destroyed. But the terminal was actually in here, and inside these boxes you have to get in for the other side. Nope, it's here actually. Ooh. I thought that could have been embarrassing if I was wrong. Here's a checkpoint where you only get a wooden crate. I come here quite often. I also go to Lake Quinnipiac for just for things in general, so for random spawn points. I'm gonna wait for my AP points to regenerate. There you go. There you go, so let's go up. So here we are at 10 Pines Bluff. I think it'd been easier to pass over, but then we wouldn't have got the robots. Now this is the front entrance, one gate. You have a small shack here. Ah. Would you have a chair, 2 beds, and a door? You have a wall surrounding it, partly. Obviously not this side, the wall ends here. Which is weird. You have an overhead pass in case you're under attack. Oh, I'm doing really well with my choices today. Here you have a house with heavy laser turrets, so commuters come that way. You also have turrets here. And also you have an overhead pass you can watch out, like, for example, I think if you have a long enough sniper, you can reach to the train cars down there, and obviously the house is there, the mouse in the way, but sometimes you can just peek one sim for me. Anyway, so you see what I've done here is I've got the farm, expanded it, I've added power, I've got water generators. What's that? Oh. I've also got the workbench hidden over here. You see, no boss caps and no shops. That's for Sanctuary and Red Rocket. Now, this is my farm system, so obviously I have potatoes, but obviously this is a residential area where I can equip and buy Teslas. We're saying can go join the Minutemen in my mind. Go join the Minutemen and simply fight for us. We have laser muskets and Minutemen uniforms, we have food, water at Vault 88. Vault 88 and the castle, I think are essentially one settlement. I could go into this, but I don't think I will, if I'm honest. But it is something I like to think about. What I also like to think about is the fact that the purified water, for example, we could use that in other locations, such as Good Neighbour and Diamond City. We could send purified water, Minutemen over there, purified water, sell that for caps, which we could use to buy junk, which we can then use to build settlements in new locations. For example, here's a settlement I haven't done anything with. Is it? Crystal Cottage, okay, there we go. Here we have Price's Creamery. Here we have Mirror Fish Packing. Here, Hugo's Hole. Damage Boris, maybe not. But Parsons State Insane Asylum. Instead of that, we could have that. Much more fortified. Cleared, as it says there. Safer. It's not down a hole. That's what I think we should do. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Money117, please subscribe for more Fallout 4 videos. I've only got one more to upload and that will be the end of my Fallout 4. I will be uploading my castle and my NUNNY2 profile, which is a bit like my castle now, but a bit more, just a bit more decorated I think. Not much to do with military presence, but more to do with the Soul Survivor's home. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Money117, please subscribe.